And welcome back. This morning we are taking a look at the upside, and this one will put a smile on your face.
For years, a career nurse from Boston, putting her profession before her personal life.
Her plans of having children took a back seat, and she wasn't sure if she was going to ever make it happen until one little girl changed her life.
Hi, everyone. Elizabeth Smith is fulfilling her lifelong dream as the director of nursing at Franciscan Children's Hospital in Boston.
Since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a nurse. I actually graduated from the Hasbro Place School of Nursing when I was 6, and my mom presented me with a diploma.
Liz also dreamed of being a mom, but her career came first.
It just seemed natural that I would go to college, get my nursing degree, meet a guy, get married, and have children. Becoming a nurse was easy, but becoming a mom was not.
As she approached 40, Liz's sister encouraged her to try to have kids on her own.
She said, "I'll be right by your side." We went to see an infertility specialist. She was very positive, said, "You're healthy, you have the ovaries of a 30-year-old. This is gonna be good." Until one day I was in my boss's office and the phone rang and it was the nurse, and she said, "I'm so sorry, Liz. It's not good."
After trying unsuccessfully on several attempts, Liz put being a mom behind her until one fateful day.
I put it in the back of my mind, got busy with work as I always do. Came out of the medical unit one day, and in the stroller was this beautiful little girl. And I said to the nurse, "Megan, who is this beautiful little angel?" And she said, "This is Gisele." And that was it.
It was love at first sight, and despite Gisele's challenges, Liz immediately volunteered to become her foster mom.
When I took Gisele home to foster her, she was getting fed through her G-tube about 16 hours a day. So that was a few months into the fall, and I couldn't love her 70%, until I knew the adoption was going to be final. I was already bonded with her before we left the hospital.
Her expertise made Liz uniquely qualified to care for Gisele and the perfect person to become her mom.
Thank you.
On October 18th, 2018, Liz officially became Gisele's adoptive mother.
The experience of being a mom is like nothing I could have imagined. Every day there's something different about Gisele, and it's just an experience that you can't even describe.
Beautiful. Welcome, Elizabeth and Gisele. Thank you for coming in this morning. First and foremost, how is Gisele doing today?
She's doing great. She continues to amaze me with her strength and resilience every single day.
There's Mommy on the monitor.
Yeah.
She thoroughly enjoyed that story.
Yes.
Mommy, do you see yourself?
Yeah, she likes to see pictures of herself.
Tell us a little bit more about just a few of the challenges that she faced once all of this started.
She was born with neonatal abstinence syndrome. It's when a baby's born withdrawing from opiates, narcotics, and you need to withdraw them carefully. That in combination with being premature, she needed a lot of respiratory support, and she was faced with a lot of challenges from day one.
You seem like the person who's perfect to take care of her and to nurture her. But did you ever have any hesitation about it? Did it give you any pause to take on this challenge?
Initially, no, I didn't. I didn't think about it because it felt so right and meant to be. That being said, my boss was with me as we were pulling out of the parking lot, and she had to knock on the window to say, you can go. But I never hesitated. You just take on, and it felt like the right thing to do.
It's interesting to me because before that, you had never really considered adoption, which is why she was meant to be, right?
No, and after the door closed on having a baby on my own and potentially motherhood, people around me that knew me said, "Why don't you consider adoption?" And I said, "I really want to carry my own child." And obviously, putting her in my path was meant to be to say, "You're meant to foster and adopt."
Twinkle, little star.
And she loves to sing and dance.
The adoption process, of course, we know, it can be quite complicated.
Yes.
The courts typically, I know. Do you see Gisele?
She said that's Santa.
Oh, that is.
There's a
Oh, that
picture of
is
Santa. I got you. Then look, she wants to walk over to
You
Santa.
can go say hi to
You want
Santa.
to go say hi to Santa? You
wanna
can
say
go
hi to
walk
Santa?
over to the picture.
The courts typically, they favor the parents.
They do.
How worried were you that she might not end up being your daughter?
I mean, when you go into fostering, that's an unknown. Nobody knows the ultimate outcome, so it's always a concern that you don't know what will happen, but at the same time, you can't love her partially, and the bond, you can't stop the bond from growing. And I quickly fell in love with her more and more every day. And she looked to me as her person, the person that was going to keep her safe and love her.
She reminds me of my daughter. I've got a 2-year-old who would do the same thing during a live TV interview.
What's your intention this morning? What do you want people at home to know? We talked about the power of adoption.
Yes.
You thought you had the path that you wanted for your life, and look how it changed, and look how it was meant to be.
Right.
What do you want to say this morning?
I want to tell people to be open to things that they may not have planned for, because otherwise you could miss something right in front of you. And the power of fostering, and see how it transforms a child's life and how they can transform yours. I would just really, if you want to become a mom or dad or parent, to look at fostering and adoption.
Oh, well, you've also got a new babysitter here.
Yeah.
Uncle Al's pretty great.
Worker has a great hourly rate, so if you ever want to get out and go see a movie or something,
Perfect.
we'll give you a cell number.
Look at that.
Elizabeth and Gisele, thank you guys for bringing
Thank you
joy
for
in the
having
studio.
us.
And if you, like us, can't get enough of this story, head to today.com/parents. We have much more there. We'll be right back.
Thank you.